Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flight 96. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, and in the terminal with us today is a person that I've, ever since I started this show, wanted on this show just because of the personality that she gives off and the vibes that she gives off. I feel like it embodies this show and what's it about. It's creating a comfortable platform for people to talk about stuff that's not usual and, be able to not be judged. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, the eclectic, the beautiful, and the very interesting Lia Gutierrez is in the building.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm alright. We've been in contact before. Like we've wow, I can't even been in contact. But like we've been friends since I think like freshman. It's been a long time. We've known each other for a long time, basically.
Yeah.
It's been.
I'm honestly still caught up on that intro. I'm like taken back by that. I feel so honored.
Well, personally, this is the big one. This is episode 5, so this is a milestone.
5 is my favorite number too.
Wow, that's what's up. So, but your upbringing in high school was way different than mine, as it is for everybody. So, the question I want to ask you for is, in high school it's a very important, as I like to say, important part in a person's life. So, from your perspective, if you could shed a little light, what was high school like for Lia Gutierrez through her eyes?
It was a hot fucking mess. I don't know. I feel like during high school I hung out with a bunch of different kind of people, so I got a taste of everyone's different personalities and everything like that. I mean, of course you meet a lot of great people. You meet a lot of shitty people.
True that.
More shitty than others.
Talk about it.
But yeah, I dealt with a lot of, typical girl, I dealt with a lot of drama, so I wasn't really, like, a big fan of high school. I mean, I guess meeting everyone and their personalities, I took a bit of, I guess, some, like, their styles and their tastes and things like that. It's kind of sucks, though, because, like, good friends that I had in high school, I don't even talk to now, but usually that's how it happens. But it's a huge learning experience. You learn how to deal with people.
It's true.
You learn how to take shit. You learn how to fend for yourself.
I mean...
Because people can be cruel.
It really can, especially with the introduction into social media, when people start getting, knowing how to maneuver social media, and especially, use that either for good or for bad. And I feel like, Twitter... I call Twitter a after-school... activity. I feel like if Twitter
Twitter's
an after school activity, I feel like it's like the rec center for every other person.
It really is.
Because literally you can just go there and watch videos, you can apparently there's games on Twitter.
There is?
Yeah, there's games on there's like DM games, but that's just different.
Wait. No, you don't understand. Like, I know how to use Twitter and Instagram, but I don't know
the DM games?
Yes. Like, I don't know in depth with
someone posts a picture and it says do something and then I'll hop in those DMs or something like that. I don't know. I've done it a couple of times. I'm guilty. To girls.
I
mean, come on. It's you have to slide in the DMs somehow. Like if you're there's an art to sliding in the DMs, okay? Especially, it's really hard for us guys. It's easier for a girl.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Explain.
I don't DM first. I don't. I am like chicken.
I mean, listen.
To me, I just don't. I
have this thing where I would look at the person and then I would be like, okay, is this worth, 40 seconds of my life?
Do you look at her likes first? You gotta see.
No.
You have to.
I have to?
Girls do that.
No,
yeah, you have to.
I look at her pictures.
Are you kidding? You learn her personality just by her likes, dude. Come on.
Alright. Twitter tips from Lia, ladies and gentlemen. Take notice. But, I mean, And then there's Twitter, and then there's Instagram. I feel like I like Instagram.
I love Instagram.
I feel like Instagram, you can just post a picture, and then the caption can have nothing to do with it, and people.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing.
That's why I don't necessarily like Twitter.
Yeah. No. Have you seen my captions on Instagram? They're like,
your Instagram page reminds me of like this really vintage mural in like downtown.
It's called the fade effect. That's what that's called.
I mean, like, cause literally they're just like, what are they called? Where it's like they're off guard pictures, but there's a specific word for them.
Candid.
That's what it is. It's literally just full. If you follow Lia on, what's your Instagram for those people if you want.
Lia, Liagtrz. It's not Gert either.
It's not Gert.
It's short for Gutierrez, yes.
Yes.
So, I thought about changing it, actually, but
what?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I got stuff brewing, but...
Speaking of pictures, your background, or it's a header, for Twitter used to flip me the fuck out every time.
That thing has been the same for so many years.
It's like...
I don't want to change it, though. Like, I refuse.
What if you could... If people have looked at it,
I feel like when I first got my Twitters, when I found it, and I was on that thing, it's called We Heart It. It was kind of like Tumblr.
It's such a bullshit, like,
yes.
vulgar version of Tumblr.
Yes. Okay, anyways, I was on that, and I came across that picture. I have no idea till this day where the fuck it's from. People ask me, they're like, oh, is that a movie? I'm like, yeah, sure. I really don't know.
Some weird, like, it's probably someone who took a lot of acid and had a whole bunch of girls with them, and they just took it and they thought it was the greatest thing on the planet.
The vibe that I get from it is that it's like, I feel like it's an actual photograph that's like, someone took like a set like for a film, and then someone in this generation filtered just edited the lasers coming out of her tits.
Yeah.
And it's always been really cool to me.
Tits, it has the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean...
And they're like Indians, too. They have like the little... You didn't notice that?
I noticed the feather, but I didn't...
Yeah, they're like Indian women with their long braids. They're really hot.
Would you, back in those times, would you, like, love to be, like... Because you were known for a lot of people, well, at least to the people that I hung around with, you were known as Red City's Pocahontas.
Oh, I don't even know.
Just because you look like, that's only just because you looked like Pocahontas, and if you dressed up for Halloween, you would pull it off.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, would you, like, live in the Navajo tribe? Just because.
Oh yeah, you have no idea. Yeah, there's a lot of like different cultures and things like that I find extremely interesting. I'm Mexican and I do have some Native American in me.
That's what's
But
up.
I just like found that out like a couple of years ago because my mom.
Like quarter Navajo or something.
I don't even know what kind of Indian. My mom doesn't even know, but it's like my great grandma. But my mom, the reason why I know that is because one day I was saging the house, and that's like a thing that I do.
What's saging?
Saging. Sage is like, it looks like twigs. Yes. It looks like twigs, like all wrapped up.
So you're growing sage
I don't grow sage. I buy it from this very specific guy in Canton. He's a really cool dude.
You got a guy for sage?
Yes.
I knew this interview was going to be amazing. Let's go. All right. Well, talk about this guy that gives you sage.
No, he has a booth in Canton, and he sells a bunch of, like, different little wallets that are handmade, and you can tell those things are handmade.
Like back of his truck or something?
No, he has like a whole tent, and he has different feathers. He actually has, and he has jewelry too. Like, those like Indian little bead things that drape right here in front of your chest.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
People listening probably don't know because they can't see me describing it. But he sells those, and they're extremely expensive because some of them are like out of like real animal bone. I know that's really weird to some people, but
hey, I mean,
I don't remember like hundreds of dollars depending on how big they are and how much like beading and details are put into them. But he sells a bunch of sage, and they just wrap it with yarn. And now I saw at Urban Outfitters you can buy like the mini ones, But to me, that sage doesn't look like my sage that I buy.
You're like, no, I'm not buying this. I'm gonna go to my guy.
It looks really flimsy, but the one that he sells me, it's like legit. Like it looks like twigs. Like it, yeah. And it's big ones. They're like from my forearm to my fingertip.
Wow.
But yeah. They say that, you sage your house, it takes away all bad energy.
Like, what's the thing? Is it like you just move it around your house?
You really do. When I first started getting into it, I read up that you start from the back of your house. You do the corners like almost like a border with the smoke.
Like a wand?
You don't wave it like a wand.
You just wave it like a wand?
You just gently, brush it. Yes, okay, not actually touch it, but brush the border of the house door, and then you do your front. You do all rooms and things like that, and like the borders of the rooms to their doors, and then you end with your front door. Some people like to say a prayer and all that stuff, but I don't.
Just do it and just.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like, as I'm doing it though, I have a state of mind to where I'm, mentally positive. I'm, wanting good things on my home and things like that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, my mom makes fun of me for it. Almost. It really, it just takes away bad energy, bad vibes pretty much.
Do you do yoga?
Yes, I used to do yoga.
I knew it.
I actually stopped recently just because I work so much and I don't have time anymore, but yes.
So you work and...
I work and I work and I work and I do some more work.
So are you planning to go on, to like school and stuff, or...
No, yeah, I'm in school too.
Right now?
I'm in school too. Right now I'm on summer break.
Same right here.
Yeah. It feels like I'm not on break because I work full time, which sucks, but,
I wish I'm going to get to that point, but I'm not trying to think about that right now.
No, I am in school. What's next? I'm actually looking at these internships. I finally fucking decided what my ass is going to do.
Well, talk about it.
I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking, but...
Go ahead. No, keep talking.
No, I want to get a degree in animal sciences and be able to conserve wildlife environments and rescue endangered animals and tap into all aspects of things like that.
That's amazing. That's very commendable.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it happened. I had this epiphany and...
You had a dream? You see it?
It wasn't a dream necessarily. I was awake, but I was watching I was watching these YouTube videos. You should actually watch them. They're really moving, and it honestly makes you
about preserving animals and stuff.
No, not even. That's why it's so funny that that influenced that occupation that I want to do. But the videos, there's several of them. There's one on there's two on famous people. I don't know if you know who Jane Goodall is.
That sounds familiar.
She's an actress? She's the Women of the Apes. When she was 24, she went and she lived in the wilderness with gorillas to learn the way they live, the way they eat, what they need to survive, and
she just learned everything.
Her and these two men who are actually from the area that she went to. I'm not too sure the specific area, but yeah, and she took them along so that way they could help make meals for her because she didn't know how. But now she has all these organizations helping endangered gorillas and monkeys and things like that. So
you're kind of, if you saw a sign in front of a forest that says shopping mall, you would just be spray paint it and get some protests and stuff.
Taylor calls me a tree hugger. That's
not a bad thing.
I don't think so either. She says it like it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think the world needs more activists.
Yeah.
Not activists, the cough syrup that's discontinued at this moment, but activists, ISTS.
Just to clarify.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's amazing. That's awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if, probably 10, 15, years I'm seeing you on the news with the little flower looking headband talking about no new taxes, no new taxes.
Yeah, hopefully that goes smoothly. I'm working my way to it, taking all the classes and things like that. It's funny because I used to want to do what's it called, styling, wardrobes and things like that, and that would actually be like a huge
would you tie
passion
that into
of mine.
Would you tie that into maybe make
a small line for promoting and raising money. That actually would,
t-shirts made out of actually stuff that's not
recyclable,
exactly.
non-harming, things like that. That would actually be really good. You just help me out there. In 15 years, I'll give you a shout out.
Listen. You send me a check in the mail and I'm in. I mean, I've always known that you've had a creative bone in your body. I mean, not the first person, and I can't believe I'm actually about to bring this up. But when I was a kid, when I think sophomore, freshman year, we had an English class together, and there was a woman that went by the name of Miss Watson.
Oh, that's my girl. I love her.
She's an amazing.
Yes, I remember that class.
She's an amazing human being. She was an awesome person, and then she left. And Miss Loxton hates me, by the way. If Miss Loxton happens to hear this, I know you hate me, so you don't have to say anything. So, I think it was Halloween. It was Halloween, or we would get to dress up or something. And I walk in, and I thought I was cool. I thought I was, draped up. I was dressed up like Run DMC. I had a Adidas tracksuit on. I thought I was the man. And then all of a sudden, Leah's looking at her phone. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And then she looks up, and it's Demon Eyes in the contacts. And I'm like, yo. She's like, yeah, I just decided, whatever.
Wait, what was I? What color were they? Were they the white ones or the green ones?
I have the picture, and I'll find it somewhere.
I think I was a vampire that year.
Yeah, it was. I was like, okay, that's not, that's interesting. But you've always given off this vibe that you've always had, a creative and eclectic and an interesting way of doing things. And I just think that's very commendable, and I think people should know about this. So, but from high school, for senior year, because I personally will get a little bit into deep in this, and I thought when I got into high school, freshman and sophomore year, I was trying to be that kid who was just like, I'm gonna be friends with everybody. I'm gonna be that cool. Yeah. And then junior year, I was like, holy shit, this isn't working. And then senior year, I was like, all right, I don't give a fuck about any of y'all. I'm just trying to get out of here. So, I don't like to use this term, but from the popular group standpoint.
Me? You're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you. What was your last, I guess, month or 2 years of high school like for you?
That was junior year. What was
junior year and senior year?
Junior year, I wore a lot of. I wore a lot of lipstick. I can't get that out. Junior year, I don't even remember.
You've probably done so much since then.
I'm trying to think.
Junior year was, our senior year was actually pretty fun. With Mr. Pierce and stuff, trying to make everything fun for everybody.
Yeah, honestly, the school's never really had that much school spirit, so it's always kind of...
Until, I think it was that... I want to say it was our junior year, but it probably wasn't. It was probably our senior year.
I think it was our senior year when they started getting better.
Yes, and it was actually fun to go to games. And I told people, and I would tell people all this all the time. The beginning of high school, when football season was there, it didn't matter if you hated each other, it didn't matter if you liked each other, it didn't matter anything. Everybody came together to pack the stadium and watch football. I thought that was awesome. Just because this is the first time I've actually been in a small town, and this is I want to say almost my 10th or 11th year in this area, I think. Yeah. And how
long have I been here? I don't even know.
I've been here since 5th grade. So
I moved here in 6th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
And you were just kind of just... I think I... Wait a minute. 6th grade? I think I had you in a class in 6th grade.
Dude, 6th grade? Oh, God. I saw a picture of myself the other day. Holy shit.
I saw a picture. There was a selfie between there was me and you, and it was on that day where you wore the demon things, and I looked at myself like, why is she even taking a picture with me? Just like, did you see my face right now?
Shut up.
It's not even
Shut up.
It's not. It was not working. I was like, this is why. But I just feel like, you know, Oregon State High School is an interesting place because there's so many types of different people that you can meet. I mean, like...
Yeah, it doesn't seem like everyone is different, but if you really get to know people, they really do have, like, cool. That side of them that is different. But, I mean, a lot of people feel like they can't...
do that because...
I mean, especially in high school, yeah, they feel like they can't really express themselves the way they wish to because it is high school.
Yeah, because everybody, you know, has an opinion in high school, and apparently that opinion is very valuable.
Yeah, apparently.
So, PSA, people that are still in high school, opinions don't matter. They don't.
No.
Just be you.
No, exactly.
Just be you. It doesn't matter if, you know, if you know, you do something that's not, what's for example? Well,
not socially normal.
You're not socially normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just you're kind of like being an outcast is actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, nowadays it is.
Being an outcast, like, cause I like kind of having my own little world. Like, I like that I can talk to people. If I want to, like, venture and talk to other different people and stuff, that's cool. But, like, no one's, like, messing around with my world. Like, this is my little thing that
no one's getting in this bubble.
Yeah, no one's getting in this bubble, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I think after high school kind of changed or did I'm not this. I wouldn't say I'm the same person, but I think I'm different. I think I'm a different person since high school, and I feel like changing is definitely for the better because it's adulthood, and guess what?
Yeah.
You're gonna learn 3 months in that adulthood sucks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. And, you know, you need to just kind of just sit there and just kind of just figure... First of all, you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you need to
You're fucking screwed.
Yeah, that's not even screwed. It's just, if you don't have a plan, get a job immediately.
Yeah.
And then, while you're making money, you know, you ain't, you know...
Don't be... Honestly, because, like...
That's
exactly what I was going to say. Because it's like... Yeah, like... I would love to fucking wake up late and sleep in and go swimming. I mean, everyone would, but it's like, in the long run, like, now I can say I have 1 year down of college. Like, I have one more year until I get my associates. Like,
that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was your choice of clothing. I think it's different. I just think basically this is the theme. Lia is different. That's gonna be the tagline for this episode. Lia's different.
I feel like we should have different in, like, a different language. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, say it like Lia is different, but in, like, how do you say different in a different language? We gotta Google that.
We'll
Google it later.
We can look that up. Where did you get your sense of style from? If you're gonna give any tips and tricks to the gals out there about what they should wear for certain things, go ahead. Fashion tip 101. Fashion talk.
Fashion talk. I honestly, my thing is I don't stick to one style. That's my thing. I like to tap into different kinds of styles. Like, one day I'll be like, I want to dress like a skater chick. Like, I'll wear skinny jeans and my Vans and, like,
a rocker shirt.
Yes, exactly. Or sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna actually dress like a girl today. For example, today I'm wearing a skirt. And then other times I want to dress like, you know, like Western, like really hippie, boho. Like, I just like to tap. The tassels.
Or the what are those?
I think tassels are for your boobs.
They were big in high school. The Indian boots is what we called them.
The Indian boots?
The Indian boots that had the little, like, they look
the
like...
fringe? I used to have those.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I was like a freshman. My hair was pink then. Yeah, anyways. Yeah. I like to tap into all that. I like to like, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna dress like a chola today. And I'll wear, like, a button-up, plaid shirt and some skinny jeans.
But you're gonna make it girl-like. You don't want to...
Yeah, you gotta make it like a girl.
I know you're not gonna walk out the house with a button-up and some Dickies on.
Stop. No.
And some jumpsuit.
No. Stop.
Sorry, I watched Key and Peele, and he did a sketch about he was the craziest, and and Jordan dressed up like that, and he tried, like, he's like, yeah, man, and then he just, like, shoots himself in the legs, like, man, I'm crazy, I'm localist. I'm like, what? No. I was like, it was funny.
And see, I wish I could talk like that too. It's so funny to me, like, with that accent. It's hilarious.
Do you have family members that have that accent?
Not that live.
Laugh at them?
No, I don't laugh at them. I do, but not any that live here in Texas. But what were we talking about?
No, we were just talking about your ethnicities. Any cool childhood memories that you can remember?
Cool childhood memories
that really made who you were.
Yeah, that's funny. I actually talked about this the other day. When I was younger... Shit, is it raining?
It's about to. Yep, there it comes.
When I was younger, my family used to go to Vernon, which is a town in Texas, I think. And there would be, like, this parade almost, but for, like, hot rods and old cars and choppers and motorcycles.
About Cab on D.
Yeah, I met her a while back. But
how was that?
It is really cool. She's super sweet, super tall. I did not know that she would be that tall, but she's tall.
Like 6'4", 6'5"?
No, like
at least 6 foot though.
No.
Really?
Really?
How tall? Wait. Tall for me, I'm 5'7". So how tall? Wait, and how tall are you?
I'm like 5'1".
Okay, well,
and a half.
So like,
so I like to say 5'2".
So 6 foot would be really tall for you.
Yeah. Maybe she was like 5'8", 5. Because she wasn't a giant. She was tall for a girl. She was taller than me. What were you saying? I have like short-term memory loss.
Oh, I think everybody has short-term memory loss. But we're going to talk about, and this is going to be an interesting conversation about how I want to, introduce this topic, but your Instagram page. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it. I read a caption, I think you posted the same day, where it was a picture of you and Taylor, and y'all talking about y'all hate lemonade.
Yes.
Why do you hate lemonade?
Because.
I know this is a boring discussion, but still, the reason I love lemonade.
No, I don't take sour very well. I'm not a sour person.
You don't like Sour Patch Kids?
Fuck no.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like anything sour. Like, I really don't. That's just always been me.
I mean...
So I think that's where lemonade, I don't like it. But the other day, I did have some kick-ass lemonade, and I didn't think I was going to like it.
And you liked it.
And I liked it, but it wasn't sour. It was sweet.
There has to be a balance. Some people like their lemonade with a lot of lemon in it. Mm-hmm. Some people like the lemonade with, like me, with a lot of sugar in it. So, I mean, it's just kind of like how you take it. Like, I like, my ratio for sugar to lemon is probably like 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
It's like 2.
I wouldn't even know. No.
It'd be 2. It'd be like, okay, like it'd be like 1 lemon to like 2 cups of sugar, basically. So, I don't know. That's just me. But, There was something that I also wanted to talk about. Let me look back at my notes just to make sure.
Wait. You didn't let me finish my childhood memory.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. My bad. We veered off, and that's what happens. We veer off into great conversation.
So many things to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, anyways. I don't even know where I ended. Vernon, yeah. They used to have all these hot rods, and it was like people would go down and like down the street and everything. It was awesome. And when they would come to stops, like people would be along the sidewalks and in parking lots in their cars and stuff. And when those cars in the parade would stop, they would shout like "light them up" and all that stuff. And so what the cars would do is they would like rev their engines and stuff like that and like burn out their tires and stuff. And that was like no, it wasn't scary. It was badass. It was fun. And my dad used to have a Blazer.
Like a motorcycle?
No, it's not a motorcycle. It's big, like an SUV big.
The reason I asked that is because there's apparently multiple types of motorcycles that I know nothing about. So,
yeah, there's a lot.
So Blazer?
It's a Blazer, it's a car. So, or a truck, I guess you could say. But anyways, it was an old one, and he sanded that shit down and spray painted it himself.
What?
And it was my favorite thing ever to ride in the back end, like, because it had like a bed type thing, and so
I would sit. Seat?
No, not like a bed, but like a bed of a truck. Like it had a back area, and it was huge. Like I could walk in it because I was so young too, and it was my favorite thing ever. And the back window would go up, so I would like hang out the back window. And I remember my dad. He told me, he's like, yeah, I remember whenever you were younger, that was like your favorite thing to do. It's just like sit and like watch the motorcycles and the cars and like sit back there and cruise around with me. He's like, you be sweating your fucking ass off, but you were back there and you were
hanging out.
You were hanging out.
That's what's up. I mean.
But that, like, I feel like that is one childhood memory that, like,
sticks out.
Yeah.
That sticks out. I mean, I was getting to why I find, we were talking about why, your creativeness, your eclecticness. I wouldn't say it's an obsession, but you have a very big fondness of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
So, like... And personally, that's a fantastic thing because I listen to rap basically all day, every day. But if there was one...
See, and I don't. Like, I really wish I did, but if I do listen to rap, it's like old school shit.
Oh, let's get into it. Hold on, let's get into this. So, what would be five artists
artists? Not so much artists, but I could give you like songs.
Okay.
Ghostface Killer, fucking
oh my goodness. Let's talk about it. Have you ever heard Supreme Clientele?
Yes.
That's my album. When I was a junior year, I discovered the Woo. When I was junior year, I discovered the Woo, and that's all I would listen to. Like literally, I don't even know if we had a class, but literally, if you just took my headphones and just listened, 99% of the time it was probably Woo. Like literally, like I probably had I listened to almost every album, including the individual album, like Only Built for Cuban Links from Raekwon, Supreme Clientele, Liquid Swords from GZA. There wasn't really a RZA album that I really liked. Although I do like RZA's movies.
Yeah.
Like what was it? It's like Brick City or something like that. The one with Paul Walker. Where RZA's the bad guy.
I don't remember.
He did, and he also did the Kill Bill.
Oh yeah.
Yes, him and Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino, that fucking amazing.
So, you're a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino?
Pulp Fiction. And I love that whenever where was it? I found like a screenshot of like his name, and it says Quentin Tarantino, and it looks very vintage. And I of course saved the picture because I have like
vintage stuff.
Yeah, I have like an obsession with like saving like screenshots and pictures of like films, like old films and stuff like that.
I remember one time I texted you and you're like, yeah, I'm just enjoying a nice little rice bowl watching a silent film. I was like, well, nobody does that on the regular. I mean, like, was it like, do you, I mean, is that something that you like, were interested to, or just were
no,
at the time just something that you were
a silent film? Yeah, I mean, to me, it's pretty interesting. Like, I think, like, horror silent films is, like, a cool thing. I mean, of course, I have a hard time trying to find some to watch.
Oh, of course.
Because
all that stuff's probably gone.
Yeah, but I follow this Instagram account, and it's called, I think it's this one. I think it's called Shock Theater or something like that. And they post, like, small clips from, like, old movies, like, old horror films and things like that. And one of them, it was weird as fuck. It was weird as fuck. It's like, they had, like, this, like, creepy guy with, like, this really ugly, like, huge ass smile. Like, his smile went from
Joker?
like yes, but he was uglier than the Joker. Like, it was his normal face.
I don't get that. Like, I don't get why girls find the Joker attractive.
The only reason why I would find him attractive is because Heath Ledger, but not like actual
job.
like.
He did a great job at the Joker, though.
Yeah, he did.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
But who's the Joker now for Suicide Squad?
I don't even know.
Jared Leto.
Oh, he's a babe too. I follow him on Snapchat. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think the Suicide Squad movie is actually gonna be pretty cool because it actually has Harley Quinn and I forgot who's playing Harley Quinn, but I've seen,
isn't it the girl?
That's the Joker's
from that movie Focus with Will Smith.
Will Smith's in the movie too.
He is?
Yeah, Will Smith's in the movie Suicide Squad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The soundtrack is crazy.
I haven't.
The soundtrack has a song that has, bear with me, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne. It's on one song. Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, Ty Dolla $ign, Imagine Dragons, and Logic. It's the craziest collab I've ever heard in my entire life, and it's like muy fuego.
Really?
It's crazy.
That's like tapping into like a lot of different.
Yeah, because Logic's mixed just like me, but he's.
You know what? It's funny that you said that. I heard a Logic song.
Did it just came out?
No.
Probably Flexecution.
No, it's not new. It's like. This is a long time ago that I heard one of his songs, and for some reason, and they talk about Quentin Tarantino in one of his songs with that girl. You know that song I'm talking about?
It's Metropolis.
Yes, that song. I actually like that song.
It's a great song.
But for some reason, like, I thought of you. I was like, why does this remind me of, like, Hunter? I guess because his voice, maybe? I don't even know.
Everybody thinks...
I don't even know.
I either get compared to either looks or just attitude. Either looks, people compare me to Corey Guns, Steph Curry. Recently... Okay,
now they're just putting you in the category of
light skins. And that's good. And I want to be a light skin, alright? Because usually people, when I started going here, people thought I was completely white. And that was a bad thing. And I was like, alright, I need to stay out, I need to bake out in the sun for a minute, so that way, I can, get some light skin points. But if I'm a registered light skin, awesome. Great.
Awesome.
My mission is complete. But let's go back to the 90s rap. So Ghostface Killah would be the top one for you?
Yeah. There's also, this is my thing. Whenever I listen to music, I don't really go by albums. You know what I mean?
Songs.
Yes.
And that's fine.
That's a big thing for me. I go by songs.
I'm the opposite. I'm an album person.
Yeah.
I love a body of work because I feel like each song, if it creates an entire body of
that
work,
to me is really cool.
Because I listen to Supreme Clientele, I think when I remember it, I have a vision. My mom was making food. I don't know what she was making, but she was making food.
She was making spaghetti at 6:30 p.m. and I was listening to
No. It was daytime. But she was making something at the door. No. But she was daytime and I was in there and I had the door open and I played the Supreme Clientele album from start to finish and I was like, holy shit, this was amazing. This was because and I'm pretty sure you know this, but Ghostface Killah paints pictures when he talks.
Yes.
And I think it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Because it's like that's what the Wu-Tang was mostly about, is just telling stories, like whether it's talking about shivving a dude or you know, Chef Raekwon in the kitchen cooking up and by the way, the reason he called, like, he had some stuff called, like, he has a label called Ice H2O. Ice is code for crack. Cause they were
nice to know.
No, they were doing some crazy, like, if you watch, like, old Wu-Tang footage, you could, like...
Okay, I gotta put that down on my list, because I like film stuff, so I gotta...
There's a documentary on the Wu when they went to Japan. And
really?
And that was when Method Man was starting, you know, when Bring the Pain was really big, and Tikal was, you know, was his thing, and... You know, I watched a great interview. I urge you to go watch this. It's a Hot 97 interview with Method Man, and he talks about recording Tikal, which was his debut album with Def Jam, and you know, when Ghostface Killah recorded, I think it was Iron Man. Iron Man was his first album, and I love that. But when he recorded Tikal, he was in a studio where it was dirty. I mean, like, there was a pantyhose over the microphone. There was roaches. I mean, like, it was bad. And then when there was a flood happened, there's a flood that happened in RZA's studio, that a bunch of music got lost. Inspector Deck lost an album. I mean, it was pretty bad. So, you know, and then when the flood got, you know, everything got cleared out, it was dirty. It was nasty. I mean, they lost everything. So so RZA was like, you know what? I was like, I hate to do this to you, Meth, but you're gonna have to record the album in there. So that's how Tikal was recorded, and he was also talking about how he met Tupac, and when he was at a club, and Tupac was like, hey man, I don't want no, you know, because you know the West Coast East Coast beef.
Yeah.
So, you know, he doesn't want to be just walk in there, and you know, he was like, and then the camera was up in his face when him and Tupac were talking, and Tupac kind of gave him that look, you know, the last look before he died, that big wide-eyed, you know, look, and he was like, so he's like, all right, I'm not gonna, and then he leaves, he walks out the club, car pulls up, he said, somebody in that car, and then he looks at it and he says, oh, that's Puff's car. And he's like, no, I'm not getting in that car. You know what's going to happen? He's like, I'm not picking sides. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going down to Pinkberry. I'm going to Pink Dot down at the street. And, you know, just they're talking about just rehashing and stuff. So, and it was cool. Like, if I had to go back and, like, just kind of just view stuff, I would like to see what the Wu-Tang was like in the studio. That's the cool stuff.
I'm sure that's some cool ass shit.
I mean, like, because I've seen 36 Chambers, like, of Shaolin, the Asian movie that shows on El Rey. I've seen the movie just because it ties into. My niece is here. You know, it ties into you know, what the Wu-Tang was about, because, you know, when they're not the samples, and you probably heard this, they sample a whole bunch of kung fu movies, like old kung fu movies. So I watched 36 Chambers and I was like, this is what they were talking about. Okay.
I see. Now I understand.
Liquid Swords was like something like it was a sword that literally, it was like it could slice through anything. Like it could like it was like the sharp. It was like that's what it was based like so sharp it could, like, they said it would cut liquid, but I don't think you can cut liquid. It's a myth, but it was like there was some spiritual meaning behind that. But sorry about my woo rant, but
no, I don't mind.
that was that. But any other people besides Ghostface that you would have listened to?
See how I like Go By song. There's this one song. I absolutely fucking love it. I could listen to it at least like once a day. It's called "Pass Me By"
The Farce.
I don't even have to finish.
I didn't even have to finish because I love that song.
I know, it's
so good. And when I started, you know, being more social and stuff, like I used to jack my brother's iPod
I
shuffle.
really thought you were gonna say something else.
That's disgusting. But anyways,
I was like, what?
No, I used to steal my brother's iPod, and like he had Farside Pass Me By, and I could, and at that specific time, I could never know what the name of that song is. You know when you hear a song all the time?
Yeah, you don't know the name of it.
Or who even sings it? That killed me.
Thank God for Shazam now, because that's helped me out so much.
Yeah, because I'll be either, it'd be like 94.5 and it'd be old rap. I'm like, what is this? Get Shazam out and just be like, oh, it's that? Alright. But,
well, you know that new app that has like lyrics now, that Genius app or something like that?
Oh, Genius is amazing.
Yeah, now they do the...
And they annotate on what it means to.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I mean, if you're into that, but if you're into that type of stuff, you should check out a website called Discogs.com, DISCOGS.com, and it will pull up an album, and it can tell you who produced it, who did what instruments, who did this, who did that. That stuff interests me.
Yeah,
I love that stuff because I figured out like on Kendrick Lamar's "Tip of a Butterfly," which have you heard that yet? Maybe, yes, no? Go listen to it because it's something that not a lot of people would understand. So, I figured out who played saxophone. I figured out who Terrace Martin was when I figured out who it was. He's one of the best saxophone players like ever. So, like, I just figured all that stuff out.
That's really awesome that you're talking about that because I'm really into songs with intricate sounds like that.
Instrumentation? Then yeah, you should love Tip of a Butterfly. That definitely, and the fact that Tip of a Butterfly has a specific meaning to it. It's not just some random thing. And the cover is a bunch of what people would like to call thugs out in front of the White House with a dead judge on the side. So yeah. So I mean, like and he also made a song called "Black at the Berry," which is about racism and how it's the race war that's going on apparently, which is really sad.
It's extremely sad.
I tried to tell myself that I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm just going to shut it.
I mean, it's such a big thing that it's hard not to.
It's because, and plus that night when the Dallas officers got shot, and I send my condolences to everybody that has been affected by these tragic shootings and incidents that have happened over the past 48 hours. But the thing with that is that I spread this message all the time, and that's just peace, love, and positivity.
Exactly.
That's all I can ask for. And when that stuff started happening, I saw so many people on Twitter arguing back and forth, and literally my timeline was just filled with opinions and stuff that was not necessarily good, not necessarily bad opinions, but it was just opinions that I just didn't feel like everybody else needed to make. Like, I feel like when stuff like this happens, I feel like it's like one of those things where everybody's waiting in the wings, and then they jump on their keyboards and start talking about something. And I just don't think that's... I feel like this is something that shouldn't be...
It's a very touchy subject to talk about with people, especially if they have different views than you do.
And that's why I refuse to have a argument with somebody about this, because...
Honestly, it's like where...
It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. They have... It may not be right, but they have their views. That's how they feel. And
that's how they feel. And all
it's sad that they may agree with what's going on. Like, it was the right thing to do, but I mean...
All I just ask is that it gets justice, it gets rectified, and I just hope that within a few months we can just put this behind us and have a solution going forward. That would be ideal, but in reality, I feel like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I don't know. Well, I try not to get involved with all that stuff, but it hurt me because I saw the footage too with I only saw a little bit. I didn't see Sterling with when it was actually the footage that he actually got shot in, and it was really hard for me to see. So I was just kind of like distraught, like, wow, this is what's happening now? Like, really? Yeah. It's really hard. It's insane. It really is, and I just feel like when stuff like this happens, people come out of the woodworks and they think that their opinions are going to change anything. When I can't believe I'm about to laugh about this, but when Snoop, okay, listen, there's gang. Everybody knows the gang affiliation. There's Bloods and there's Crips. Everybody knows that.
I'm a blood. Just kidding, guys.
Don't. That's a joke. But
huge joke, everybody.
It's a huge joke. But when Snoop Dogg, a huge, I wouldn't even call him, he's a superstar. He's been in movies. He's done everything. Snoop Dogg's done everything. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame, for God's sakes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's because his little cousin Sasha Banks, who wrestles now, is like really big now. She's really huge. So, but he's a well-known Crip. Everybody knows that Snoop Dogg is a Crip. If you don't know Snoop Dogg is a Crip, you probably have never heard of a Snoop Dogg song, literally. And then The Game, which a rapper that I literally grew up listening to, is a well-known blood. Now, and we all know Crips and Bloods don't get along.
No.
But when a well-known Crip and a well-known Blood take a bunch of males to the LAPD and sit down and have a talk about the terrible things that are going on in this country, that should give you an indication that it's the people versus the police, not a specific race versus the police.
Yeah.
Now, is there racial tendencies and things that are in this? Of course, because just by statistically, but there's also white people that have been killed by cops. There's also been Mexican people that have been killed by cops.
Yeah.
It's just to the point where we just need to say no. We just need to just stop.
Yeah, it's not so much of just...
It's not a race thing.
No.
It's not a race thing.
Because it does happen to other races as well. I mean, we don't hear about it as much.
About it, but we hear about... What sucks for me is that we hear about the black ones, and those stories kind of get exploited, and I just think that's just not right. Yeah. But this was really better than I thought it was going to be. As towards the end of this episode, again, this was the episode. Ever since I started, I wanted this episode to happen.
I'm very flattered.
Because like I said, you embody what this show is actually about. Not just peace, love, and positivity, because I think that's a message that's not only that you represent, but you have instilled in yourself. Mm-hmm. But you could be if there was like a Flight 96 magazine, you would be like cover girl. You know what I'm saying? You would the message that you send to people sometimes is generous. It's something that I think a lot of people need to understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should be Instagram famous, but not for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying?
No,
not just because.
No.
That's also a thing because she's very pretty, but I feel like her ideals and thoughts and stuff should make her as big as a entity as she is.
Well, thank you. See, I don't see myself that way, but thank you.
But that's
like a huge compliment.
The people that I know and I've said stuff about, and I speak to, would say the same thing. Uh-huh. My friends would say the same thing. So, I mean, I just want to say thank you for being on this, finally getting this stuff together. This has been in the works for at least 2 weeks.
I feel like longer than that. It's my fault.
Almost, maybe 3 weeks, close to a month, but it's been in the works, and we're going to end it on Song of the Day. I will go first.
You go first, obviously, because I gotta think about this one.
But my Song of the Day is off the brand new, just came out Friday, Blank Face LP by ScHoolboy Q. It is, by any means, produced by, I want to say Cardo? Produced by Cardo? Yes, I want to say Cardo. And by any means, if you look up the music video, ScHoolboy Q's been dropping music videos for Blank Face LP just to tell it's like a short film. He dropped By Any Means, he dropped Tukey Knows Part 2,
I haven't listened to
the Blank Face LP. If people are into, you know, I wouldn't say creative rap, but like if you like stuff like Kendrick and stuff, if you like the TDE family, which is ScHoolboy Q, Absol, Kendrick, SZA, which you remind me so much of SZA for some reason. If you showed a if I showed you a picture, you'd be like, yeah, I can see it. But and Isaiah Rashad and Lance Skywalker. But yeah, so by any means, off the brand new Blank Face LP, go get that. And it's on Spotify too. So if you go listen to that, that's an amazing album front to back. There's gonna be some songs that are like, but then there's gonna be like one song that you're gonna be like, yes.
Holy shit, yeah.
Like the song That Part with Kanye West is on there. So yeah.
Kanye.
What do you mean? Why'd you say Kanye like that?
I don't know.
You find Kanye interesting?
Kanye, well, cause see, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a big Kanye fan. Like, old school Kanye, like, Graduation, Latest Registration, you know, not latest, but late registration, things like that. Honestly, I don't know.
Have you seen the
video?
The famous video?
No, I haven't, and I need
to play this. I need to play it for you.
Yes, you do, because I've been dying to see it, and I just haven't.
Because you're gonna trip. First of all, you're gonna trip the fuck out. First of all, but
he's a very creative dude. But
I wish I was. If I could be like a third of creative as Kanye is, I would be rich. Guarantee it. But Lia, if you have chosen one yet, or if you said that there was a group. We would take groups.
Yeah, a group. It's actually a chick group, which is really cool.
Last chick group I heard was Tegan
Let me
and Sarah.
see. Stop.
What? No, that was the last chick group I actually listened to. Was Tegan and Sarah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even heard one of them.
You never heard of Tegan and Sarah?
I know their name,
They're
but I don't
Canadian
listen to them.
lesbian chicks who can.
They're lesbian?
Yeah. What?
I
How do you not know that?
Yeah, I told you, I don't know.
Really? Have you heard their songs before?
No.
Oh my god.
No. I have not.
Rap about vagina just as much as rappers.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't even know how to say it. That's them. They're these two Asian chicks.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I think if
they're like from the 90s though. This album is from the 90s, and when you listen to it, you can tell like if you can tell it's from the 90s because it has really weird sounds and stuff like that.
Like synthesizers?
Yeah, like it's weird. Like it's so weird. I think it's called Ciba Matto. And they have an album. Which album do I like? So
it's spelled Cibo
Matto.
Okay, so I will put that in the description.
And
we'll look that up.
Yeah, that's the. And
you just
that's the group. Their album that I actually like, it's right here. It's called Viva La Women, which is awesome to me because girl power.
What does it mean?
Viva La Women.
Viva La Women.
Yeah,
like. What's up?
The song I like is Theme, and it's really cool because it a bunch of songs in one, because they'll go off of one beat and they'll be singing, and then it'll quiet down and then it'll go to a completely different beat and it'll be that for a little bit and then it'll quiet down, and it's like four I don't it's a long song,
like 6, 7, 8
no.
Like 4?
How long is that? I don't even remember. But yeah, I just started listening to them. Some of the songs are really like a little too weird for me, but I like smooth beats that are funky. So
you like funky? You like funky shit. That's what's up. But again, Lia, thank you so much for being on this. This has been, like I said, this has been in the works for a very, very long time. So, and it's episode 5. You helped me. You were able to help me reach this cool milestone. It's a small milestone, but it's a cool milestone.
No, it's still a milestone. It's still a big deal.
It's my fifth episode, and I've heard nothing but good reviews about my about everything and everybody seems to enjoy it. So, for Lia Gutierrez, her Twitter and all that cool, amazing stuff, so you can see what amazing things she does in her daily life, will be in the description. So Ciba Matto, and the song is Theme, and Off the Blank Face Ho, please, for ScHoolboy Q, by any means. Are the songs of the day. And this has been 596, and for Lia, I'm Hunter, and we'll see y'all there.